Global Security for Africa Research and Good Governance is calling out the Ghana Education Service for failing to provide textbooks for first and second cycle institutions 2 years after introducing a new curriculum. Now, in a statement cited by Class News, the association is urging GS to show more seriousness and professionalism about the country's educational system and should be bold enough to tell Ghanaians about its true condition. Executive Secretary of the association, Francis Ahovi, says the association will officially present their concerns to Parliament when it resumes sitting in October.
They have brought this new curriculum 2 years on, but there's no textbook for the children, especially in a system where we don't have well-furnished libraries, we don't have conducive network whereby the children can do research online. What could give us that benefit is the textbooks. But yesterday we listened to the Director General of Ghana Education Service that is saying that next January or January next year, these textbooks will be ready. But he forgot that last year, October thereabouts, he repeated the same thing, that next year, January, the textbooks will be ready. We have called on, even through your media, well many Ghanaians, through the social media, every corner or angle, we try to at least say the little that we know so that GS Masot, they have not taken, actually the government as a whole, they have not taken education as anything that is, it's not their priority at the moment. So this release is actually trying to wake them up.
So that's Francis Ahovi. He is the Executive Secretary of the Global Security for Africa Research and Good Governance. He's joined us on the phone lines now. So, Francis, what exactly have you found out to be the reason for the delay in the supply of the textbooks?
Yeah, good evening to you, Class FM, and good evening to all the listeners. Yes, we can all recall that almost 2 years now when this new curriculum has been introduced, which all Ghanaians applaud. It's a laudable idea. But we could realize that the seriousness that our Ministry of Education, GS, should attach to it is missing in action. So we have seen that if they can make education a priority, no one will even be shouting before they will do this. Because before any country at all in this world could develop, before anything can be done meaningfully, like the advanced countries, we shouldn't jeopardize or play with our education system. Hence, before they could introduce this new curriculum, they should be planned far ahead, knowing that when we introduce this curriculum, this new system, which I always say that is a very good thing, they should plan that when we introduce it, we need well-qualified teachers that we train at that, which I will say they are doing. We need textbooks that will be appropriate and accurate so that children and facilitators should use. But things are not like that. Yesterday I could hear Professor Kwesi Amankwa Opoku saying that they have provided teachers with resource packs. These are resource packs, fine. But what we are looking at now is what? Child-centered approach, system of teaching. It is no more the reverse, whereby the teacher will just stand there. Yes, if I have the resource pack, they can say that we should improvise. But what we need is that because they want the children to have that creativity and other things, I think it will be very appropriate and acceptable if these books are made available as soon as possible to every child so that we can uplift the image of our education in the country, Ghana.
So, if the teachers actually have access to the material that they need to use to teach the children, and we do not have the textbooks out, how exactly is it hampering effective teaching and learning from where you sit?
Oh, this is even a quarter way. Even let's assume, if the resources are there, if the textbooks are made available without even the teacher or the facilitator, I 100% or our organization believe that the student may even do well, even in the absence of teachers, if the resources, including the textbooks, are there, matching this very laudable and acceptable new curriculum. But the teacher is just there to guide. So I'm saying that the olden days of doing things, we should curtail and truncate them because they are not helping us as a country. That's why we are lingering behind. As a country, education is paramount. Education is the heart of every development. It's like how a heart is in a human being. When this heart ceases to work, that means that person is no more functioning. So the same way, proper education should be given to our people so that we can move ahead, forge ahead, and build a very solid and a developed country that people will also say that, Africans can also do something. It is not just to be trying to be taking lotto with our education, thinking of which number will come out tomorrow. Is it 10 or 70? No, it shouldn't be like that. And I keep on saying that there are many people out there who could manage the affair of GS or Ministry of Education. So we have better cooks, I call them, better cooks of education who can bring out delicious food. If the current crop are not ready to give us that palatable, that balanced education, then they should get out of the kitchen. Maybe the kitchen is too hot for them, so that the people out there could come and continue with a nutritious education for us, which can give us a good body, a good education, good development. But before we continue, I also like to suggest that even if they cannot cover the entire country, for instance, Accra, Greater Kumasi, the bigger cities where we have libraries, we have adequate teachers, we also have the internet service. If they could not cover all the countries, we could see that students or pupils or learners in these cities, they could actually do something better than those who are in the hinterland. So our organization may suggest that they could start from the hinterland where no motor, teachers are not willing to go, that they should print at least something little and start from there. As Ghanaian as we are, when they explain to us, we understand vis-a-vis this pandemic issue that we are facing now. So they should not just wait for the entirety whereby at the end of it all, nothing. He promised last year that this year, January, nothing has happened, and they are promising again next year, January. So there's a kind of pendulum in our education which we must again truncate, and we have to get serious in order to build a very vibrant nation. The security implication when our education is not well taken care of is that tomorrow when people don't have anything to do, they will sort to our robbery and other things. So thank you very much.
So Francis, between now and January next year, when we've been told we are likely to get the textbooks, what do we do?
Yes, between now and January, as they said. But there shouldn't be anything, it shouldn't be just a preaching. It should be something that, as they said it now, which I want to believe in a way that there are measures in place, measures underway, that we have to meet that deadline, because a lot of harm has befell this nation already as long as or as far as education is concerned. So they should not just be preaching to us, but there should be a proper and a concrete and accurate and acceptable blueprint such that they have to meet those things. It shouldn't be, even education should be planned even far away, let's say 10 years, 20 years ahead. We know that August we will be doing this, January we will be doing this, even 10 years away from now. But it is not just to gambling of our education system.
Okay. Well, we are grateful. Francis Ahovi, he is the Executive Secretary for the Global Security for Africa Research and Good Governance. But let's take a bit longer in the education field, because stakeholders are divided over the teacher licensure examination.